In this step-by-step guide, we'll walk through how to take an email, such as this one from Ashley requesting catering, and generate a price quote that you can use to reply directly to the customer. The email reply and price quote is being generated by this custom ChatGPT AI assistant that is connected to the spreadsheet on our left-hand side. To get started, we start by uploading our spreadsheet to the GRID API. I've already signed up, so I'll begin by clicking Add Spreadsheet. Your interface might look slightly different if you haven't yet connected a cloud storage provider. You can upload files from your computer, but we recommend connecting a cloud service like Google Drive, Dropbox, or OneDrive, as this allows any changes to the spreadsheet to automatically sync with the GRID API. So let's now connect the spreadsheet. And now that the spreadsheet is uploaded, we can see it here in the preview. In the left-hand menu is the GPT setup guide, which is all the information we need to continue. The first step is to create a new GPT. Note that to be able to do this, you should have a paid subscription to ChatGPT. Let's give it a name, Bloom and Brew Demo. Alright, next we copy the instructions generated by the GRID API over to our GPT assistant. Let's paste them in here and open them up to take a quick look. As you can see, the text we copied is pretty long, and there's actually no need for us to read through it and understand it. It's essentially everything ChatGPT needs to know to interact with your spreadsheet, like how the spreadsheet is structured and how to reference cells in it. And that's actually a great segue into talking about cell references. Over here, you can see the cell references the GRID API automatically detects and provides ChatGPT with. They are essential to be able to ask ChatGPT for things in your spreadsheet using natural language. We can set this up manually by flipping the toggle and using the interface to create our cell references. But for this demo, we'll leave it on auto. So back to the GPT setup guides. We've completed steps 1 and 2 and now on to step 3. We scroll down to the bottom of the page and ensure Canvas is the only option selected before clicking Create New Action. An action establishes the connection between ChatGPT and the GRID API. To do that, we need this API key. We copy the key, then click Authentication. We select API key, paste in our API key, and then make sure authentication type is set to bearer. Let's click Save and then continue to the 5th and final step, which is to copy the API schema into the schema field in ChatGPT. The schema essentially tells ChatGPT how to interpret the responses it receives from the GRID API. Now that the initial setup is done, we can try interacting with the sheets. Let's try asking, for example, what is the discount percentage for an order for 50 people? The assistant will query the spreadsheet, and the first time you do this, it will request permission. Select Always Allow, so you won't be prompted again. Okay, so according to the response, the discount percentage for orders over 50 people is 25%. And we can verify that by looking it up in the discount table with the spreadsheet over here. Alright, now let's enable the AI to take an email and generate a price quote. That's done by adding more instructions. So let's open them up and start by adding a line here above the generated instructions. Then we can explain this just as if we were training a real employee. So we say, you'll receive emails from customers looking for offers that include a mix of sandwiches and juices. Your job is to figure out how many people the order is for, use the reference workbook to generate a price quote, and write a reply email that we can send back to the customer. Okay, then we've broken the task up into 4 detailed steps, which I'll just paste in, as it's not a great use of your time to watch me type them up. Feel free to pause the video to read them thoroughly. Alright, so let's close the instructions window and go back to the preview window. We paste in our sample customer email, and now the AI assistant generates a proper price quote as a response. And that's it. We've now successfully set up our custom ChatGPT AI assistant to receive real custom requests, to use our spreadsheet data and logic to calculate pricing, as well as generate an accurate and professional reply you can trust and send out with confidence. Thank you for following along, and feel free to head over to GRID.is for more examples.